The Unfiltered by Jade.
Jade.
Welcome to The Unfiltered by Jade, where we educate, empower, and entertain. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, download, donate, and make everybody know about this.
Beats by RB Records.
Shopping assistance, your style, your budget. Our services include online and local shopping for individuals and businesses, personal shopping, purchasing of company and office supplies, importing and exporting small packages across Jamaica and worldwide, and helping you find unique gifts and items for all events and occasions. Contact us at 876-919-5195 or shoppingassistance2015@gmail.com. Shopping Assistance, your style, your budget.
Welcome back to The Unfiltered by Jade. Today we have with us here a special guest. Her name is Julie Schooler. And today we're going to be talking about one of her books, Rediscover Your Sparkle. Before we go into it, she is an author, a coach, a speaker, mother, and blogger. I read her book on Kindle and I loved it. It's so girly, I can tell you. I enjoyed it. And there's a lot that you can take from the book. So we have her here and she's going to give us a little insight about it and tell us a little bit about some of the chapters. And then she's going to tell us where is it that we can find the book, where can we purchase the book, and where can we find her. So hi, Julie.
Kia ora, Jade. How are you?
I am great. How are you?
Good. I love, I said kia ora because that is the Māori Indigenous greeting from New Zealand. So I live in New Zealand, a small country at the bottom of the world, and I love talking to people all around the world and in faraway places. So it's great to connect with you.
Please, I'm excited also to connect with people everywhere, all over the world. So love it.
Yes, I love hearing your podcast and all the different accents and voices and learnings and lots of sparkle in your podcast.
Yes, thank you so much, Julie. I appreciate that. I was also stalking her page, guys. Love it. I love how fun you are.
I say in all my books, and especially Rediscover Your Sparkle, I write my books for me first and foremost because I think we easily allow ourselves not to be that happy. So I sometimes reread my own books, including the book that you enjoyed, Rediscover Your Sparkle.
Oh my God, everything that I've read on here, I've chuckled. I'm like, oh my goodness, it's fun. Especially, the 3 facts, 1 lie. When I read that, I was like, okay.
Yes, I just stole that from someone else's website. I was like, oh, that's really good. Yeah, I'm never. I won't spoil it for people, so you can go and read. You can go and read my about page.
Yeah, her about page is really, really, really good. All right, Julie, we want to talk about rediscovering your sparkle. What are some common obstacles people face when reconnecting with their sparkle, and how can they overcome them?
Well, you'd think that everyone would want to be happy and want to rediscover your sparkle, but we don't. We don't like being happy. I think there's quite a few, and I in my book Rediscover Your Sparkle, I go over quite a number, but a couple of them are we find happiness kind of self-indulgent or childlike, and like I have a story in the book about how I'm a writer and I love reading, and I stopped reading. I stopped reading novels. Like I read a lot of self-help books because that's what I've been writing. But I stopped reading novels, and I love reading novels because I don't know, it's the thing that brought me the joy the most, and then I stopped doing it. So I tell people, do the most self-indulgent and childlike thing that you really want to do. Don't run away from it. Do that thing. That's the thing that's going to rediscover your sparkle. Another way the old favourite that stops us from being happy is we're too busy, or we're too tired from being too busy. And all I can say to that is stop scrolling and start living. And there's quite a number, but the other big one that comes up is, and this is actually true, we are not built for it. And it actually, that is true. We have a inbuilt negativity bias caused by our cave person days, and we're always trying to run away from that saber-toothed tiger. But these days we're running away from the scary email. So we have nothing really to be afraid of, but we have this inbuilt fear and of scarcity and lack at the moment, and what I call the lizard brain. And so our lizard's always telling us that there's something scary around the corner. And because of that, it's harder to be happy, but it's not impossible to be happy. So
Right.
we've just got to find some tools, and we've got to really focus on being happy.
Yeah, we have to focus on being happy. That's important.
Mm.
How can people deal with fear or self-doubt when pursuing what truly makes them happy?
Yeah, so I sort of touched on this before. So there's a fear of standing out, because everyone, when you say hello to people, what do you say? Hello, how are you? And you go, I'm good. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad drives me nuts. Don't say not bad. Say, I'm brilliant. I live in the 21st century. I have access to healthcare. I have access. I look up at the sky. We've got fresh air around us. Sometimes it's sunny, sometimes it rains, and sometimes we even get rainbows. Like, no one wants to hear it. Doesn't it sound uncool? But doesn't it also sound really sparkly and happy?
True,
So
true.
I always say, I tell people not just to be happy, I tell people to be rebelliously happy, because it's very, very hard. I know that there is a lot going on in the world, but the world cannot improve with sad, angry people in it. The world could only improve if we're happy and lighter and rebelliously happy and rediscover our sparkle. So I tend to go on little rants around this, and I've forgotten.
That's right.
Oh, that was the fear. So fear of standing out and being uncool. Oh, well, the only way the world is going to improve is if you actually kind of try to be happier. There's also another fear that if we actually start embracing being happy, as Brené Brown says, we don't get a choice then. If we're going to start embracing one emotion, we're going to embrace all emotions. And we kind of numb ourselves with our scrolling and our eating and everything else that we're doing. So being happy is actually a brave act, because we start embracing our emotions. And that is a really real fear. But it is worth it. Is it worth it to be happier, even if it means you're also sadder at times? So that was a sort of a fun note to end on.
Yeah, I get that, but I want to know though. I'm not quite sure why is it that people don't want to be happy. Is it that they don't want to be happy because choosing to be happy and choosing our sparkle, it's a choice. We can either choose, as I said, to be scrolling and just eating and be upset, or we can choose to look at the rainbows and say, oh my God, okay, we're alive today. We can eat food today. I'm happy because I have something. What is it that we actually do? What's the thin line? What's that line that we don't want to cross when it is that we decide, okay, instead of looking and saying, oh my God, it's raining and the rainbow is out, it's such a happy day and I like to see it and I have sight and I can see it. Instead we say, oh my God, it's raining, I can't go outside, it's damp outside, it's gloomy. What is it that makes us do that then?
What it is people are not built to be happy. People are built to stay in their comfort zone. So people would rather be mediocre and kind of okay in their comfort zone than step out of their comfort zone to be wildly and rebelliously happy. And that's understandable. But as you say, it is our choice, and we can be happier.
What advice would you give to someone who doesn't know where to start? How can I start? Just like you said, your thing was reading novels. Suppose someone doesn't have a clue what they love to do. Where do they start?
Yes, if you're not, I think, especially with the indulgent thing, think about the thing that you really enjoyed when you were a kid and go and do that. Was it roller skating? Was it strumming on your guitar? So that I basically have some tools in my book, Rediscover Your Sparkle, and I made Sparkle into an acronym. So the first one is SAVOR. So even if you're not sure about what you enjoyed as a kid or that self-indulgence thing, anyone can savor, which means sort of bask, which means look at the rainbows. It means smelling the roses. It means staring up at the stars. It means just taking a couple of minutes and moving your eyes down from your phone and up into the big wide world, and just taking a couple of deep breaths and breathing in. This is not going to solve all the world's problems. It's not going to solve all your problems, but it is going to make you feel slightly better about your day. But when I was talking about the novels, I was talking about the P in Sparkle, which is play. So it's just trying to fit some play into your day. And even if you fit half an hour of play into your day, that's only 2% of your day. So we do have time for play. And I define play as that self-indulgence thing, that childlike thing that you really want to do. Or just hang out with your kids. But if you're not sure about what that is, then you can also, I can keep going. The A, which is appreciation. So you can just be grateful about it. And you can combine these things. So you combine it with savor. You can stare up at the sky and look at the stars and just take a couple of deep breaths and just say, thank you. I've got through another day. I've got fresh air to breathe. I've got a roof over my head. I've got some food on the table. I just really appreciate all this. So you can keep going with different things. One of the things I like to do with appreciation is I like to start the day right. So wake up and I thank my bed. So every morning I actually physically say, thanks, bed. And I really appreciate the fact that my bed is an amazing bed. And some people in the world don't get to sleep on a bed, and I do.
And I mean, I don't want to give them any more of the Sparkle acronyms, because I need them to buy the book.
Yeah. Well, actually, the ebook is free.
So I need them to go get the book.
This is my gift to the world for Rediscover Your Sparkle. So if you just look up Rediscover Your Sparkle ebook, then it's free everywhere.
It's free, right?
Yeah.
And to go download the book and get it, so they can read it. And
I figured that no one's got an excuse. You can all be rebelliously happy.
And there's a quote that I love from it in terms of even the savoring, where it says, regain your sparkle by savoring and not saving time and things. And that's important. Just be in the moment.
Yes. Yeah. I do agree with that. And I think there's a lot of savoring and being in the moment, in the present. But you can also try and be happy just by remembering happy memories, and also looking forward to things. So don't think I'm telling people to just be, om and meditate and always be happy just in the present moment. I'm also saying you can pluck happiness in any kind of situation.
I like that. Let me tell you what I appreciate about them too. I mean, I appreciate that you gave us some of your own personal experiences in terms of stopping and want to look at the flower or the rose, and you're trying to figure out what's happening because time is going by and you want to go, but yet still she stops and she takes that time to even savor that moment with that. And for you, it makes you take a step back and you look back at it and you say, maybe the next time I can also stop and do so. Even though we're late, even though the world is falling around us, there's things that we can just stop in the moment, even if it's a minute or two, just to stop and smell the roses and be at peace with that. And that's important, because I've taken that on now for myself. Where there are times when there's so much to do, and sometimes I just stop and just not think about it and just breathe. Take a breath in, take a breath out. As simple as that. And it really does help.
Yes, that's right. I mean, Rediscover Your Sparkle is not just about all the fun things. It's also about taking a deep breath and getting enough sleep and all those sort of basics that you need to do as well. And yeah, just pausing. Whenever I reread that story about my daughter stopping to look at the dandelion clock and trying to blow on it, it brings tears to my eyes almost every time.
It's important though, and kids show how important it is to just stop for a minute and just appreciate the things around you, the smallest things around you.
I say in the book, life is not short. Life is long. Life is the longest thing you're ever going to have. So what are we doing rushing around all the time? Like, we're rushing through life to what? There is nothing. Well, people have their own beliefs, but this is it. It's not a dress rehearsal. This is what we've got. So, we're all not going to be on under a palm tree swaying drinking cocktails every day. We've got to enjoy the life that we are in right now. We can't enjoy it just on our 2 weeks of holiday every year.
What can you what can you tell us about the importance of finding a supportive community or tribe that shares similar interests and values with us?
Well, when I started writing books about 10 years ago, I actually knew zero, absolutely zero about writing books, about publishing books, nothing. And I just found a community of like-minded people who are independent authors and writing books, and it's the most welcoming community. And I've met some amazing people. I have catch-ups with people, and we have here in New Zealand, I have a small group of people that I catch up with in person. I've met people all around the world on podcasts, writing on blogs, and I just can't believe it. Like, it is amazing, and everyone is supportive because there is more readers in the world than there is writers. So it doesn't matter how many books you write; you're not competing with other people. So like, I advertise for an editor for my books, and because I live in New Zealand, but I was writing in New Zealand English, and I wanted all my books to be written in US English. And this woman, I went through a website and found this woman, and it was, how sometimes with editors you might have to date a few people, but this was like love at first sight, and she's been my editor ever since. After she'd edited a few of my books, she actually sent me chocolates from her home state in Maine, like particular chocolates, and she didn't have to do that. Like, it's amazing. I haven't just met people, I get gifts and things like that. It's just when you start embracing a community, you just don't know where it's going to take you.
True. Very, very true. Embrace communities. Stay by yourself.
Oh, you just can't. You can't. You need help. It's called independent publishing, but you need help in publishing. So when you start writing books, you realize you need a separate person who's going to be an editor. You need, for me, I have. I can't draw or design, so I need a cover designer, and you need people to help you with marketing and publishing and everything like that, especially the first few books. Yeah.
Yes, I agree. Once someone has rediscovered their sparkle, what are some ways they can maintain it?
So my first one, and I tell people this, and it's controversial and people don't like me telling them this, is please stop consuming the news. Do not consume the news. And I know the news, I don't live under a rock. I know it's quite exciting at the moment, especially in the US and places. There is a lot of news, but it's just designed to scare you and make you feel bad. I tell people, why don't you just give it a week of just a fun experiment of just not consuming the news at all. Take all the news apps off your phone, just turn it off when the news headlines come on, and just see how you feel at the end of it. So I blissfully don't consume any news, and
I don't either. Things
happen because people love to tell you the bad things. So I just give it a go. So that's my first tip. And the second one I talk about in my book, I talk about a sparkle day. So this is what I touched on before. Not every day we're going to be on vacation. So, but any day of the week, any time, you can turn a normal, ordinary day into a sparkle day. And you can pick some tools and some fun things out of my book, or just things that you would like to do, and convert your normal day into a sparkle day. So the things that I do at the moment, if I concentrate on having a good sparkle day, is I thank my bed, which I talked about before, and I hug myself. And what I say is, you'll look weird, but you'll feel good. So give it a try now. Hug yourself. You look weird, but you feel good, which is something I said when we were in the lockdowns, because you couldn't hug other people. So
right.
I always have a guided meditation on hand, just 15 minutes. It just resets. Takes away my lizard brain that's been waking me up at 3 a.m. and it just resets me. I read some goals and affirmations and things like that. It just puts me into the right. And sometimes I do a 1-minute dance party. So I talk about that.
That's right.
Okay, you might not have time for half an hour of play. You have Do you have time for a 1-minute dance party? Again, this is stuff that makes you look weird, but no one's around. And if you've got kids or supportive people around, they might join in.
True.
And a lot of happiness is getting out of your own head and focusing on either your body, so doing something with your body, which I mean the 1-minute dance party or a walk or something like that, and focusing on other people. So one of my favorite things to do is giving someone a really unexpected, exuberant compliment, like, oh my goodness, your hair looks amazing today. What have you done? Like, it's just making you look, you look like you got some sparkle, and people kind of find it a little bit like, oh my goodness, what are you? But I think it really makes people's day.
I think it does, and it makes you yourself feel good.
Yeah,
it does both.
Yes, and it gets you out of your own your lizard mind. You're focusing on someone else. So
right.
And a boring end to my sparkle day is lights out by 10 p.m. So that really important.
Yeah,
hopefully I've gone to bed at 9 and started reading a great novel. So yeah.
And I mean, for those who probably don't feel like they want to dance or stuff, there's other things that you can do. Run up and down, jump up and down, play. Just incorporate some playing.
Yes, and those are just my little ones. Convert your sparkle day into whatever you want it to be, but just remember it's always there for the taking. And none of these things take very much time, and none of them cost any money.
And that's important because people always think about what it is that they need to do. It's for self-care, to make their day sparkle, and they think about money. These things don't necessarily have to cost money.
No.
Just time. Just take time and savor the moment and enjoy.
You can do it while brushing your teeth if you like.
Wash your face. Do something.
Yeah.
Drink cold water. Something.
Yeah.
Make your day sparkle. Anything. It's just how we look at it. Really.
Get yourself out of your head. Oh.
Yes. Yeah.
Especially if it's full of the news.
Please. Yes. Julie, I want you to tell the audience where they can find you, where can they find your blogs, where can they find your books. And Julie has a lot of books, a lot of self-help books. Where can we find everything?
Thanks, Jade. To rediscover my sparkle, actually, a couple of nearly 2 years ago, I have gone off all the social media. So I'm not on the socials anymore. I'm still have an account, but I don't check them. So don't try to contact me there. So I just find me on the home on the internet, julieschooler.com. Send me an email, julie@julieschooler.com. I get a lot of emails from people saying that they're starting a sparkle day, so I love that. But just tell me where in the world you've read my book or you're listening from. All my books are on Amazon and Kobo and Apple and Google Books and all those lovely places. You might be able to find me on YouTube or I occasionally post videos on YouTube, bite-sized sparkle videos, so you can check out those, and I blog on Medium as well. So I'm still around. I'm just not on the traditional socials.
Right. Mm-hmm. And I found her, guys. I found her.
Yeah.
I finished that book.
And Rediscover Your Sparkle, the ebook, is free everywhere. So just search for it. It's got a nice nice bright pink color.
Yes, it's
cover.
fun. That's what attracted me to the book in the first place. And it's not like the other books that people know, self-help. It's actually really fun. And they're, her humor side is, no, it's true. It's fun. Your humor side is there. How you do it is captivating. It's really good. It's a fun book that you can finish in no time.
Yes, it's I purposely made it as really short. It's not a panacea. I tell people if you're really in a bad state, then go and get the support and help that you need. But anyone can pluck a few of the tools out of Rediscover Your Sparkle, and hopefully it improves their day.
And they're helpful. And the good, as I said earlier, the good part about it is also you give also perspectives from yourself and your own experiences. And people I like to hear that. I like to read books and see people's own perspective on what happened in their life and what made it change. I like seeing that. So I'm happy that you did that also for the book. So that's great. And the book is extremely fun. Go get it, guys. It will help you in terms of rediscovering your sparkle. And it will make you start doing some introspection in your own as what can I do? or how can I turn my situation around and look at it in a better way to be more happier, because we are the ones that decide whether we're going to be happy or not in whatever situation it is that we're in.
Yes, thank you, Jade, and thank you for loving the book so much. And I just really hope everyone remembers that it's not just happy; it's rebelliously happy. So
Rebelliously happy. Love it. Love it. Thank you so much, Julie, for being here. I loved our conversation.
loved it, and I love getting up early just to talk to you.
Thank you so much. Yes, time difference is something else. Thank you so much, Julie. I appreciate it. And thank you so much to my listeners on the Unfiltered by Jade. And we'll be back next week, Tuesday. Thank you.
Bam bam bide, bam bam bide, badu bidi bam bam bide.